Vanover coming down the floor. Her high school team in the stands cheering her on.
Yep, they
Madison
got
Central.
Quite the numbers over there. They're, as it was stated earlier, their most famous alum.
Garris Grant there with the block. Again, can't speak enough about the seniors' workload here. How much of a difference she's been able to make.
Yep, sees that her team's down and needs some energy. Makes her stumble a little bit, trying to get a little too fancy. And throws that one out of bounds. Made Parker slip, though, as Combs checks in. Vanover with it. Barnes with it, moving it around the perimeter. Gets it inside, baseline drive, and she is stepped out of bounds. It's going to be Agnes Scott basketball. Need somebody to throw it in.
Yeah. Agnes Scott there wisely on that possession. You saw closing down those three-point shots. The danger there, though, is when you start getting some of our players with the ball handling skills to drive.
Yep, if you close out a little too hard, they're going to beat you off the dribble and make you pay. As Grant comes in, gets an offensive rebound, and they're going to say there's a foul. Going to be on number 2, Williams. Not exactly sure what that was.
I'm guessing some kind of a reach.
Grant inside, working down low, pull up, blocked by Green. And she just continues to dominate. And you see Berea going with the 4-out, 1 in, spreading the floor with shooters, making Green have some room down low to work. As they miss that one, rebounds chased down by Sweat, gives it up to Harrison. Doubled, nearly stolen away. Fighting for it, hits the floor, a couple players down. And Barnes comes away with it, gives it up to Vanover, and they're going to call a foul on Grant. What a scuffle down there.
A lot of fight down there on that floor.
You like to see the effort from both teams.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it may be a 20-plus game, but they're not playing like that. They're still playing hard.
No. I mean, you're only in the second quarter. You can't give up on anything.
Oh, yeah, you got plenty of time. You never know what could happen.
Yeah, you got to chip away as much as possible.
It's a process. You can't get it all back in a couple possessions. Got to string some together. Barnes shoots the 3. No good. Rebound, Agnes Scott.
Tapped there by Destiny Combs, just unable to get it.
Olsen with the ball. Has a smaller defender on her. And they're going to call the foul on Vanover with the arm bar.
That hand check there, and that's about 3 times they've called that on different people now. So if you're Berea, you start to notice that and maybe work on getting your hands out to the sides and moving your feet.
Yep, they're going to call it close inside.
I think there's a lesson, when you go to play some of the top teams that we're going to play in the conference. You learn those things now, so you can take those into those games.
Yep, start working on it now, practice it now, and hopefully you'll get it by then. And the foul is going to send number 44, Galoya, to the free throw line.
Is that the 3rd foul on Nikisha Green already?
So that's probably going to limit her for the rest of this first half at least. Checking in is number 25, Love. And the free throw is no good from Galoya. Got one more. And she stepped across the line. Basket is no good. Looked like almost a jumper right there, just barely skipping over the line. Moving the ball around the perimeter. Barnes wide open.
Had a couple opportunities now. Hadn't hit them, but you want to encourage her. Keep shooting. Keep giving her opportunities like that right there.
Yep.
And she'll start getting them. There you go.
There it is. You know, you got to have that shooter's mentality. You got to forget about that last one. If you're open, you know you can hit that shot. You got to take it.
At the end of the day, no one knows Michael Jordan's shot percentage, but we know he scored a lot and got a lot of championships. So
very true.
I know there's a lot of people who, after a few misses, they don't want to shoot anymore. They're scared, but no one cares about that. Take the right shot. If it's open, take it.
Yeah, basketball, you got to have a short memory. You got to be able to forget about that last play and move on to the next one. Even if you're on offense, you turn it over, get back on defense. You miss that last shot, shoot the next one. Ooh. What a grab.
What a grab right there.
Did you play wide receiver? No. Looked like it.
If you're looking for somebody on your co-ed flag football team, that's the one right there. My goodness.
Stellar snag from Combs right there, and the awareness to get that reverse layup to go as well. They're going to call the foul on Combs.
I think the referee might have bailed Agnes Scott out on that one. That was looked like it's a lost ball.
It's going to send number 15, Weimerskirch, to the line.
Yeah, don't hit him. Just don't get.
And the lefty knocks down that first one. And that second one is no good. Splits the free throws there. Love with the rebound. Skips it up to Vanover. Getting past her defenders. Barnes out on the perimeter. No good from deep. Lanham with the rebound. Throws it up to Combs. Inside drive. A lot of ball movement. Vanover shoots the floater. No good. Combs fighting for the rebound, and she's taken down. And checking in for the Mountaineers, number 3, Hampton.
I'm going to tell you what, Kristen Barnes was left wide open quite a bit. If they leave Hampton open, I think she's going to make them pay a little bit more.
Got to make them pay. Vanover wide open. And defense catching a little break right there. Can't get one to go. Mountaineers continue to shoot it.
There it is. Oh.
And 0 for 4 on that trip.
Yeah. Hard to come away empty after you've had so many opportunities on that one. All again, wide open.
Olsen inside, stops, spins, no good. Rebound, Lanham pushing it the other way. Maybe the Mountaineers are just padding their rebound stats right here.
That's a good hope by you. I like the positivity. And they're doing it on the offensive and defensive end, it looks like.
And there's going to be a foul on the floor.
Foul on 44 there. I think that is her third, maybe. Oh, it's her first.
And in comes Grant for the Scotties. Lanham gets it into Combs. Back to Vanover. And it just seems like the Scotty defenders are content to give them a lot of space out there.
Well, once the ball movement starts happening, I think the shape breaks down and they don't have much of a choice. But the Mountaineers have got to start making them pay on those moments like they did in the first quarter.
Very true. Skipping it back and forth. Hampton from range. Not quite. That's going to be a shot clock violation as the ball sails out of bounds.
Leah Hampton laughing at herself there.
And, that's the best attitude to have about it. You air ball, you're like, all right, whatever.
Well, that was off.
Move on to the next one.
Yeah, I'm sure she will not make that mistake too many times.
I saw this new trend where if you airball it, you should just celebrate like you made it anyways. Keep yourself positive out there.
Well, it's about as rare as a reverse layup. So
Hampton inside, left hand, gets the and one. Nope, and it's going to be a charge.
Weimerskirch there, good job of setting her feet and getting in front of her.
It's a good defensive call. Sees the players just coming down with too much head of steam and good recognition to get in there and stop her.
Part of that as a freshman, I think you start to learn some of those things. In the future, I'm sure you'll see her stop and pop there or make some move to get around the body.
Combs comes away with the steal. Dime. Wow. What a pass. Good feed to Lanham. And
Combs putting on a bit of a show here in the second quarter. She had that snag there on the baseline on the cut.
Playing hard.
That no-look pass to Lanham off the steal.
Swarming defensively, and they're going to call it a reaching foul. Foul is on number 5, Combs. And a little bit of a questionable call, but she's playing hard. You know, you don't really mind the foul too much. That is her second, so keep an eye on that.
I actually think the call was right. The player was wrong. I think Leah reached in and got the young lady's arm there, but she gave the foul to Destiny Combs.
And the Weimer Skirch lining up for her second one. And she knocks down that one. Checking into the game for the Mountaineers, number 22, Parker. Just under 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Combs with the ball. And the Mountaineers taking their time, but still has a lot of good ball movement, keeping the defense honest. And Lanham can't handle the dribble right there. Goes out of bounds. Agnes Scott basketball.
Just a case of her body moving before the ball was going.
And they're going to call the double in the backcourt, but she is fouled. Hampton trying to be aggressive, but picking up a couple too many fouls.
Freshman getting some lessons here in the aggression side of things. She got called for the offensive foul, lowering her shoulder, going too hard there. That one she made a reach in while she was trying to go past the girl.
And then got the reach on the previous play as well.
Yeah.
So 3 fouls for Hampton. She's probably going to be checking out here.
Yeah, she's learning lessons. Figure out how to control that body.
And it's games like this that you have a little bit of room to do that, you know. Really, games like this, you think they may be easy, but there's a lot to be learned.
Yeah, exactly.
Vanover checking in, replacing Hampton.
Brief breather there for Bailey.
And ever since Vanover came in as a freshman, now a sophomore, has just been playing really well. Huge part of the Mountaineers offense as Combs takes the 3, knocks it down, and right there,
home show continues. Yeah, Bailey last year was awarded a Rookie of the Year for the USA South in women's basketball, and I'd be willing to bet this year we might have a second one with Aaliyah Hampton, and
I would be surprised if she doesn't win it at this point. Might even get the MVP.
Possibly. Yeah, she's setting some good standards here at Berea College basketball for the women's side.
Yep, they've definitely built a solid program. You know, this is just a testament to Coach Milby, honestly. A fantastic coach that no matter who he has on the team, they're going to work hard.
Definitely. I do think, you know, in my experience with Berea College women's basketball, I've been affiliated with school since 2003, so over a decade and a half.
Just a
little bit, but I mean, this might be the most complete women's basketball team I've seen. I've seen some really good ones come through here, but from top to bottom, very good players, very disciplined, and able to put it all together. That's the one thing I think that's different. You know, you can have a lot of talent, but if you're not putting it all together,
it's one thing they've struggled with in recent years. They put together this stellar season, have a phenomenal record, and just can't quite finish it when it counts most. And you know, if they're going to do it, this is one of their years to do it, for sure.
Definitely agreed.
And Parker knocks down that first one.
Bailey Vanover, not only a star on the basketball court, also on the soccer field, where I get to coach her, and she is quite a talent there as well. Second team all-conference this year, second place in goals scored.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah, first place in shots. Oh, yeah, she's a great two-sport athlete. I'm going to have to see if Aaliyah Hampton can play soccer, maybe.
Try to recruit her, and you could use that speed.
No, I think she's off limits, maybe. But
Coach Milby, you might have to fight him for her.
That is a fight I do not want on my hands. I'm going to tell you that right now.
So we'll just talk to her in private.
Yeah.
Moving the ball around the perimeter, 7 seconds. Ball is stolen away from Olsen. All the way down low. Can't get it to go. And can't get the shot off before the clock expires. Our first half is over here in Berea, Kentucky, with our score going into halftime. Berea up 48, Agnes Scott 22. right, and we're getting ready to resume this, or start this second half of action here in Berea, Kentucky. Mountaineers are up 48-22 against the Agnes Scotties. All right, and it's going to be Scotty's possession to start the half. See what kind of halftime adjustments were made. I'm sure Coach had something for him.
Oh, I am sure. Closing down the three-point line, they already did better in the last quarter, and I think he's going to try to keep that momentum going, finding some kind of penetration inside, which is where they found the success that they did have. Probably a coaching point as well.
Yep, running the offense through Grant and Olsen, getting it inside.
I think another one probably was ball security, and you see there, turnover right away. Start the second half, just off the tips.
Yep, just going to be a little sharper.
Oh, yeah.
As Vanover with the ball for the Mountaineers.
And I don't think that's any different than any other team. Ball security always a sticking point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, usually the team with the fewest turnovers wins. That's almost how it always happens. As Vanover gets it inside. Got 4 seconds left on that shot clock. The floater knocks it down from Combs. Combs has played really well today.
The Combs show continues here in the third quarter.
Doing it on both ends, too.
Playing very well defensively and then throwing in a lot of offensive contributions, showing off her handles, her driving ability, her floaters.
Had a couple good passes.
Her passing, her snags on the inline there with that two-handed Odell Beckham-esque grab.
As Grant gets that offensive rebound, tries to put it back up, and is fouled. And Grant's put in a lot of good work for the Scotties. She just continues to be aggressive and rebound well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I think she's trying to step up as a senior and, lead the team and hopefully get everybody else performing at the same level where she's carrying herself right now.
Yep, as the senior, you have to do that. You have to, hold yourself accountable, and that'll force your teammates to be accountable as well. Because you can look at them like, hey, I'm working my butt off here. You guys got to be able to do it too.
I think there what happened was Combs just got caught with her hand in the cookie jar a little too long, and you had Jess Grant make a smart decision and go on up with the ball.
Moving it around the perimeter, looking to get it inside. Green looked like she had her sealed. Just taking their time on these last couple of plays. Combs gets it inside. Back out to Hampton, shoots the three. Knocks it down from deep.
Combs with the Dwayne Wade moment there, running out with the three-point sign already over her head.
You got to love to see it. Your teammates, you got to support them.
As a coach, I'm sure Milby is driven wild or something like that. You love to see it when the three-point shot goes in. Had that been a miss, though.
Very true. Very
true. Crashing the boards.
Might have pulled her after that.
Oh, yeah.
But Lanham coming away with that rebound, and Aaliyah Hampton actually second in the conference in three-point percentage this year, shooting 51% from deep, which is, one of the big knocks that she had early. That was the piece of her game she was missing, but definitely making folks pay now.
And I think if she doesn't have those moments earlier in the year where she's able to find so much success going to the basket, the later year stuff doesn't happen. Where she gets that comfort level. She's already seen the ball going through the basket a lot. Now she's more comfortable going in to a game to shoot from behind the arc and find the bottom of the net.
Yep, that's a very good point. It just gives you some confidence anytime you see the ball go through the net. And then, I'm more likely to hit a three if I see that layup go in as well.
Exactly.
It's going to be Scotty basketball, Olsen to inbound.
I think a walk there on Hampton. Got her feet moving a little bit early and got surprised by Grant stepping to the side over there.
Gets it inside to Grant at the free throw line, just holding it above everybody else. Inside, step back, no good. Rebound secured by Combs. Pushing it the other way. Gets it inside to Green, met with the defender. And does that count as a rebound?
I think technically, since she was blocked, but I'm not sure how much she was blocked and how much she just rolled it up the girl's arms to get it in a better position.
She said, "Oh, thanks for holding that for a second. I'll take it back."
Good job there by the Agnes Scott player staying straight up to not, get called for a foul. But yeah, I think that technically counts as a rebound off a block.
Counts. So you get the block, you get the rebound, and then you get the points.
Right.
Lanham coming the other way, skips it up court. Great feed to Hampton. Lefty layup, good. And just good court vision right there from Lanham, senior leader. She's been doing this a little while. She knows how to get her teammates involved.
Definitely.
In the corner with it.
What a great moment in Berea women's basketball history when you have a player that's been as dominant as Nikisha Green down low, player who's been as well-rounded as Brianna Lanham, and you're able to pair them with a duo of Combs and Hampton coming in, and Bailey Van over there as a sophomore. It is a great time to be a Lady Mountaineer here on the women's side.
That starting five is deadly.
Yes.
I'd argue probably the best starting five in the league, if not the one of them.
Yeah, the amount of talent and heart and determination and work ethic and coachability. What's one thing I love about Coach Milby's teams is you don't hear a lot of back talk or any of that frowny-faced kind of stuff.
Yep.
They listen to what he says and they improve and they fix the problems.
And, just a good example of a team buying into the system. You listen to what Coach has to say and it's going to work out for you. As they turn that one over, it's going to be Scotty basketball. Checking in for the Scotties, number 44, Galoya, and in for the Mountaineers, number 2, Williams.
And then you have another senior like Bethany Williams who's able to buy into a role coming off the bench. Kristen Barnes doing the same thing.
And those bench roles are really important, being able to score off the bench, because a lot of teams have problems with that second unit. As Combs comes away with a breakaway steal, go up and dunk it, why not? Oh,
had the rebound stats.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Just making the numbers look a little bit better.
I'm okay with that. She didn't ruin anybody else's assist. That's the ones I hate, where you miss a layup off of a pass from somebody else. Wow, and a foul call there on Nikisha.
And that's going to be her fourth. But, I think at this point, Coach Milby's content to just leave her in there if she picks up another one.
You can see the shock on her face when our PA broadcaster, Dan Huck, said that was her foul.
She was like, what? Are you kidding me?
That's a foul? Hold on.
And just trying to make something happen here. Olsen with the jumper. Gets that one to go. Vanover with it, skipping it up to Lanham. Inside drive. Can't get the roll, but Combs puts it back up and in. Once again, just padding the stats. All the misses are intentional.
I wish we could definitely claim the talent of being able to miss to a point where our teammate gets the rebound every time.
That would be
very
quite
hard
a skill. And Williams comes away with that last steal. Vanover with it. Just moving it around the perimeter. A lot of good ball movement as Lanham misses that one, and Green is blocked from behind, but she is fouled. Going to send her to the line.
Good rebound there by Green.
Checking into the game for the Mountaineers, number 12, Barnes.
Shooting foul, number 23, Green at the line, shooting 2.
And Green misses that first one. Green, a pretty good, reliable free throw shooter for a big, which is pretty rare.
At any level. Comes away empty on that trip, which is a rare occasion for her.
Yep, she's just over 70%, which is exactly what you want from the line. And timeout called on the floor with 3.5 minutes remaining in the third period. Our score is Berea 65, Agnes Scott 26. looking to get it inside. Galoya on the block. Back inside, looking to make plays from there, and just a little too much mustard on that pass. Goes out of bounds. Berea basketball.
I think that's been the kryptonite so far for Agnes Scott. A lot of those turnovers are just, off the top of the fingertip kind of passes.
A lot of unforced errors.
Right.
They just try to get a little bit too far ahead of themselves and end up making a mistake.
Yeah, and I don't know that I'd call that unforced since Berea's shifting the defense on them, but you got to make a smarter pass there. Maybe not try to go across the court high in the air.
Mm-hmm. It's a difficult pass for anyone to make.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Can be Harrison with the ball. Just moving it around the perimeter. Got 3 seconds left on that shot clock. Got to get something. And the violation before she could get the shot off. And checking in, number 22, Parker for the Mountaineers.
You're going to get a little bit of time here running point.
And when she's running the point, makes the rest of the offense really dangerous because you're forced to guard her at the top of the key.
Exactly.
Barnes fakes that three. Combs in the corner, no good. Green somehow snags that. You want to talk about an Odell catch? That was it. Parker from deep range.
Exactly what you were talking about there. Parker is deadly from deep, and I think that's to our advantage. When she's running the point, immediately they have to come out and sometimes send two at her, and that opens up a lot of other people around the arc.
Mm-hmm. And then spacing the floor, they have 4 other shooters, and they always like to play that 4 out, 1 in, giving Green plenty of room to operate down there. And if you guard too many on the perimeter, she's going to take advantage.
Yeah, I think you got everybody in the lineup right now with the exception of Green, who can shoot from beyond the arc. And Green, 2 steps into the arc, she's able to hit with pretty consistent numbers.
Yep, she's really developed that 15-foot, 17-foot shot. Really helped expand her game a lot. Barnes with the shifty move gets past her defender, but she is fouled on the drive.
Yeah, a little bit of shoulder shimmy there. I like that. That was a good move. Old school. That's how I play at noontime.
Oh, yeah. Is that what you did?
Just a little shoulder movement. You don't have to do anything else. If you move that shoulders right, you send your defender the wrong way.
That's true. My coach always used to, tell us all those head fakes. Just get your defender looking where you're going. And Barnes goes to the line for 2. Knocks down that first one, and Barnes last year was the leading free throw shooter in the conference, shooting nearly 90%. So she's pretty consistent there, knocks down both of those.
And that's another big that you're talking about. I mean, she's not exactly what you would see as a traditional forward or center, but she gets down low, she plays in the block a lot, she's able to get a lot of rebounds and play into the paint like the drive she just had, and when she gets fouled, goes to the line and converts.
Yep, good stretch forward with the ability to every once in a while put the ball on the floor and make a play happen too.
Blocked there by Bethany Williams.
Barnes coming in her freshman year as more of a guard and just slowly developed that inside game and made her a much better overall all-around player. And Scotty's inbound it, just under 50 seconds remaining in this period. Inside to Olsen, 3 seconds on the shot clock, steps through and gets that one to go off the glass.
And they have a smart play by Olsen there. You got Nikisha Green on you. She's got to stay straight up or risk fouling out, and you take it around in a way that she can't come down and block you.
And I think Olsen has been really poised in the post there, taking her time, one of the few bright spots for this Scotty's team. As they get the block and the rebound goes to Galoya. And they'll probably hold for the last shot of this quarter. 10 seconds remaining. Skips it across court. 1 second. Shot is blocked. They get a rebound and put that one up and in. Basket's going to count. Get one go before the buzzer. And with 3 quarters in the books, Berea is up 70 against the Agnes Scotties 30.
Going like this, and people will be jumping all around, and then he's trying to go up.
4 or 5 pump fakes.
Oh, sometimes it'd be like a lot. He would jump and he'd be outside the block. And people were like, people were jumping all the time.
Folks, right now, it's at 25 season sponsors, BSN Bank and Memory for Hospitalities. Remember, when you need overnight lodging on game days, be sure to stay at the Holiday Inn Express in Berea, managed by Rainmaker Hospitality when making reservations. You can ask for the athletics discount, and every day they will offer you a 15% discount if you're a parent or who is visiting Berea College.
All right, our final period of play getting ready to start. 10 minutes, and we'll see how this one shapes out. Going to be Hampton with the ball to start. Just moving it around the perimeter. Parker from deep, no good on that one. Harrison coming down the lane, and good steal right there from Parker to just take it from her. And she is fouled going the other way. And that's one area of Parker's game that's seen a lot of growth is her defensive skills. You know, came in as a shooter and still a really good shooter, but developing that two-way play has been huge for her. Hampton with it. To Williams in the corner, fakes the three, pull up is blocked, but she gets her own rebound. Hampton the inside drive, left hand floater, no good. Grant secures the rebound. And
not a bad move there by Hampton, just a little off on that shot.
And you know, she loves that little floater inside, knocking it down more often than not. Gets it inside to Olsen. Out for three. No good. Rebound to Williams. Going the other way. Pushing it quickly. Barnes fakes the three.
Some good ball movement here.
Yep. Keeping it alive. Forcing the defense to keep moving. And smooth Euro step right there. But they're going to call it travel.
Huh.
That's a surprising call to me. I
looked like a pretty good Euro step to me.
But that's why we're not in the stripes.
Well, no. Yeah, that's another part of Leah Parker's game that I think is seen some tremendous growth. Her freshman year, a lot of times would be waiting on other people to come and get the ball. Now she's willing to make a play herself.
Yep, and you can see Coach trusting her more and more, like we've seen her play point guard in this game before, you know, just giving her the reins to the offense every once in a while, letting her be comfortable and make those plays.
And if I'm coach, I'm telling her, yeah, keep that Euro step alive,
because more often than not, that is a good bucket.
Yeah.
And just under 8 minutes remaining, Berea has the 40-point lead.
Following this game, we got our men's team coming up versus Piedmont College, so feel free to stick around for that. Should be a pretty exciting game as well.
Be a really competitive game. Both teams high in the standings. The Mountaineers currently sitting at third in the conference, or second, actually, tied for second. And Piedmont tied for third. Scotty's moving it around, gets it inside to Grant. gets past her defender. Easy bucket right there.
She is a very, very strong player. Very shocked there wasn't a foul called there after some of the other fouls that have been called down low. That looked way more obvious to me.
A little bit of contact down there, but Grant definitely has that ability to finish through contact. And they're going to say it's still Berea's basketball after it's poked out of bounds. Williams to inbound. Gets it into Hampton. And Parker wide open. Can't get that one to go. And maybe just a little too much time for her. And Sweat knocks down the one from deep. Hampton with the ball at the top of the key. Pull up three. And no good.
Mountaineers have gone a little bit cold from behind the line right now for this brief stint.
But still shooting it, you know, not afraid to.
Yeah, you got to take the open opportunities, and when it's there right in front of you, you take it, and, you know, if it's off, you figure out a way to start making those.
Yep, I mean, at the end of the day, an open look is a good shot. Inside to Olsen. No good on the layup, but she gets the contact going to the line for two.
Number 25, Berea Love, going for the block.
And a platoon swap for the Mountaineers. Checking in is number 32, Lanham, number 35, Beggs, and
number 1, Danover, I believe. Beggs, a player who I think with more game time experience is going to grow pretty exponentially. Good sized, good work rate, very coachable from what I've been able to see so far this season.
Yep, and you like to see her get a little more opportunity, see really how she deals with the game situations.
Yeah, I think with Nikisha Green in foul trouble and Isis Hill out this game, this is a great opportunity for her to, you know, have a little bit of extended minutes hopefully. And
yep, Hill and Lawson out for the Mountaineers. They got two bigs down right now.
Oh yeah, Marley as well, yeah. Roommates.
Maybe they got hurt together.
Yeah, that's why I asked them what they were doing.
They said, hey, if we get hurt these next couple games, we don't have to travel, right?
You know, I very much doubt they enjoy missing out on the action.
No, they love being on the court, and two hard players for the Mountaineers, and you know they're excited to have them back here soon. Scotty's moving it around the perimeter. Gets it back down low to Grant, and they're going to say that's a foul on Beggs. A little too much contact down low.
Yeah, I think she had her arm down low.
And, you know, there's not a whole lot you can do against Grant down low. Maybe the foul was the best choice rather than a layup.
Well, I think she was, you know, my guess is Jeff McClain's been over there teaching her a little bit of old school basketball where you put the post on her. I mean, you throw that forearm into the lower back and keep her out. That time it looked like she got away with a little bit of a push off running over Beggs.
Yeah, you gotta, you know, being in the post, it's not easy. You gotta be ready for those tough contact plays.
And I think that's something that comes with time, being able to hit the weight room, get a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, get some experience against a talented player like Grant is going to be good for Beggs in the long run.
Absolutely. And Parker shoots that three after the smooth spin from Olsen on that last bucket.
Yeah, good move there.
Vanover gets that put back to go. And, you know, Berea's just been a little quicker to those rebounds, those loose balls, making those extra 50-50 plays count. And Grant continues to attack inside, getting good results, going to the free throw line.
That foul called on Bethany Williams.
Number 2, Williams,
her second foul of this contest. Grant going to the line. And she knocks down that first one, smooth stroke. And number 2 is no good, splitting the free throws there. Lanham coming the other way. And you know, the ball doesn't really sit in one player's hands for too long, and the Mountaineers, less than 5 seconds. Vanover shoots that 3, no good. Rebounds chased down. Lanham with it, and no good on that shot attempt either. Gone a little cold here in the 4th. Olsen stops and pops, can't get that one to go. Fighting for the rebound. They're going to call a jump ball. It's going to be Scotty's basketball. And checking in, number 10, Genter. And we have a timeout called on the floor. Just under 4 minutes remaining. Berea maintains the lead, up 74-42. And 4 minutes remaining in this one. Scotty's with the basketball to inbound underneath the goal.
Agnes Scott, ball out of bounds.
Gets it into Grant. And Lanham, good anticipation, are confident. And you know, you can practice all you want, but nothing beats.
Yes!
And Genter knocks down her first 3. And the teammates are hyped. They love to see it.
And that's one of her strengths. I think she's a great spot-up shooter coming off the bench. Could be a huge weapon in the future, you know, on the drive and dish. And if she gets hot, you better watch out if you're the other team.
Yeah, as a shooter, if you see 1 or 2 go, could make your night, and you know, see a couple more go through. And you like to see the younger players getting those good shot attempts and knocking them down.
Olsen there with another basket for Agnes Scott. She's been pretty consistent.
Genter again from deep, knocks it in.
Look at the fans going nuts over here in the student section.
And there it was. The whole stadium's loving it. She knocks down a second 3, and you know her teammates are just eating it up. Good old smile on Milby's face. The pull-up jumper is no good. Beggs with the rebound. See, you got the freshman working on both ends. Beggs securing the rebounds. Where's this ball going? They got to give it back to Genter.
Oh, right? You got to roll it around if it keeps staying open.
Williams.
There we go. And you know, sometimes as a teammate, it helps when you start hitting, your other teammates are like, well, let's go. Let's get on this train.
Get a little momentum, and that's 3 consecutive 3s from the Mountaineers.
And I think what you saw right there is the Agnes Scott team had to actually go over and guard Genter, which made it impossible for them to step up to Bethany in time. And so Williams is able to knock down that 3.
Yep, and Williams isn't shy about shooting it. You know, you give her a foot or 2 of space, that's all she needs. Olsen inside and met with some contact. Is going to send Olsen to the line. And checking in for the Mountaineers, number 12, Barnes.
Number 23, Olsen.
And she knocks down that first one.
She's been a very strong player this whole game. Done very well getting penetration, done very well at converting baskets when the opportunities are there. So,
yep, knocked down that second one. And Olsen and Grant both just really playing well for the Scotties. And you know, Olsen's only a sophomore, so she's still got a couple years of development left.
That's what I was about to say. With Grant, the problem is, you know, she's a senior, and so when she leaves, there's going to be a hole in your program that you got to fill. With Olsen, she's a building block you might be able to build on top of now, since she's established herself as pretty consistent, just like there, finding the high post and making that shot. That was a good play by her.
Yep, and you really like to see the confidence. You know, it's easy whenever your team's down to shy away from the moment, but she has had no second thoughts, continuing to shoot well and just playing hard overall. And just under a minute left in this one, and it's all but over. Beggs inside, and she is fouled. It's going to send her to the line. Foul is on Grant.
Number 31 practice, Scott Grant, called for the hit, her third. Team 2.
And Beggs going to the line for 2.
Beggs at the line.
And no good on that first one.
Teammates encouraging her here. It's okay, you got this.
Yep, and you know, that's what your teammates are there for. You keep you motivated, keep you positive. And she knocks down that second one right there, splits it. And a warmer skirt's coming down the court. 40 seconds remain.
36-point game. Never lose hope.
30 points in 30 seconds.
I don't know that stranger things have happened, but
I mean, T-Mac had 21 points in like 18 seconds or something like that. But I don't know if we'll see one of those moments here.
Yeah, I think if you're Berea, you let the clock run on out here. No need to force the issue.
Yep, and you know, a lot of good effort shown between the teams. At the end of the day, you know, Berea just got a little hot from deep, got out to an early lead, and it's hard to come back from that. And your final score here in Berea, Kentucky, Mountaineers win 84 against the Agnes Scott Scotties 48. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you stay tuned and come back at 4 o'clock as our men's basketball team will face off against the Piedmont College Lions in what should be an exciting game. Thanks for tuning in. We will see y'all soon.